Hi, how is everybody? So I literally just wanted to do another tutorial on how to render your Sims. I've gained a lot of knowledge in the past year with when I first started dabbling in Blender, since Blender was the first thing I actually did ever dabble in. There are a lot of ways to maneuver in Blender, and if you're a beginner, I know that it's gonna be hard, but I will explain everything for you. I will help you out on learning how to render your Sims if that is what you want to do. So for one, you're obviously gonna need like Blender 3.0 and up. I either use Blender 3.0, 3.6, or 4.0. So that's really up to you. It's a preference thing, whatever. But the first thing you want to do is you want to go to the Sims 4 Ripper. So they actually have a website. It's on the Sims 4 Studio, and you just click download, and then it will download, and that's that. You extract it to wherever you want to extract it to, and then you're good to go. So I will leave that in the description. I'll leave that link there. So you want to start with going to Sims 4 Ripper application. Just click that. Give it a second because it's gonna take some time. Okay, just press enter. It's gonna take a bit. Just let it load. If you have a lot of families and Sims that you make, then it's probably gonna take a bit just to load. I have a few families, so maybe that maybe that's why. Maybe it's all the CC. I really have no idea, but just have to say here. Wait, just gonna say here. Should be almost done now. Just give it some time. It'd be taking a day and a half sometime. But literally, I made a tutorial on this probably last year sometime, and I don't think that it was specific enough. Like, the fact that you have to use Sims 4 Ripper in order to get your sim into Blender at all. It's like, you have to know that. Okay, so select the game. Select. I have no idea. What's the last one I did? But Sanaya is definitely the one I'm going to render. So let's see. 3, 6. Okay, so it might actually be this one. 318 for sure. Okay, so you're always gonna go with the first one, like the first save. You shouldn't do save version 0 or 1. You should just do the regular save. See how these have save version 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. No, don't click none of that. Just click this one. Whichever one that you decide to do. You're gonna have to remember though which one it was that you did. Like where the sim that you want to render. So as you click off toddler and infant, most of the time male. Most of the time. And mannequin and animal and child, teen, young adult, elder as well. So these are the only ones, just depending on your sim and whatnot. I do keep this as solid and glass meshes and textures. I'll explain that. It makes sense. But let's go with the first names. It starts with a S. Okay. So now you're right here. I really do not recall if I actually I don't recall if I actually rendered her, like not rendered her but rippered her. Like exported her OBJ and shit like that, her DAE. So I'm gonna just have to see. I thought I did, but sometimes I forget. I render so many sims, so and then once again, you're just gonna wait. You're gonna give it its time. It's gonna take a day and a half. They usually tell you to like zoom in, make sure everything looks good. Yep. As long as everything looks good, you're good. So you wanna go and click. I actually don't think this matters, but regardless, you have to do this before you even click select. So just gotta leave that be. But I'm just going to click DAE. And I go to my renders, my render ready sims, Sanaya. So because of that, I believe that I already did this. But clearly you're just gonna click every day. You wanna name it every day, like whatever the fit is. I'm just gonna replace it just to show y'all the process of everything. So I'll just save, just let it be. Give it some time. In the meantime, I'm going to open my Blender 2.6. That's what I usually use. See, it's all done. Depending on what you're working with, like if you have a PC, if you have a gaming laptop, whatever, it's just gonna determine how fast it loads. Mine says I have a PC and a 4090 GPU, you know. That shit better have been running fast. It better have been running fast. So press X. No. You're gonna go to import DAE. And you're gonna just go to. I'm gonna go to render necessities. Right here. I have all her poses, so I'm just gonna click every day. That's the one that I want, and I want to import. Okay, and there she is, right there, in the flesh. And you're probably like, why does it look so like clay looking? So you want to go from this to this material. Material, and then you'll be able to see your sim with color. You're not done yet though. You're not done yet. Next thing you want to do is you want to hit rig. There will be two. The glass is like literally like, see, like the hair, part of the hair and the lashes, and everything else is like literally her entire body. So you want to go to one of these. When it doesn't say glass, you want to scroll all the way down. You're gonna hit something. It says settings, and it's gonna say blend mode. You're gonna see. You're gonna hit click alpha hash. You're gonna do the same thing for the glass, and yeah. Now what I do is just so that I could show y'all everything that I'm doing. Could do it like this. Okay, so I'm gonna click this one, not the glass one, the first one. Shader editor. Press N to eliminate the column. You wanna go to color, specular, Shift A, shader, mix shader, Shift A, shader, transparent. Alpha goes to fact, BSDF goes to shader, right there. And you should do it exactly like this. You're gonna click the glass one and you're gonna do the exact same process. The exact same process, my bad. Mix shader and transparent. Okay, now you want to go back into 3D viewport and look at her. Look at her. Yep, this is how she should look. This is exactly how she should look. Alright. So, next. I'll just save it at this step if you would like. Save it just in case, because you never know what could happen. Let me see. Alright, next. I will go into. I could do this. Okay, so I'm gonna go to blend mode, the one after that, and I'm gonna start setting up lights. That's what I do. I start setting up lights. Lights all around. Okay. Because I want to see the body. You want to see the body for this next step. So go here. I click one so I can see her body. Right, and people obviously they always ask me like, how do you get your Sims to look so nice and realistic and things of that nature. I literally go here, preview. Okay, let's see. Maybe I might have to go to shader. Okay, my bad. You have to go to shader. Thought you could have done it that way, but maybe not. I'm gonna go to shader. You want to click this, right? So principal BSDF. This is like literally her whole thing. This is where you could change the roughness, everything. So what I do is to give her more like shiny look, the metallic. I'll mess with that, and you could see the difference. You could see the difference. See, this is one. I just go a bit so that, yeah, you could see her, but like, I want to make sure it's not too much for her. So I will keep it like this a little bit. You could copy the same number I use. It really doesn't matter, but it's really like a preference thing. Usually this is literally all that I actually change, to be honest. That's really all that I change. Everything else I leave. So I'm gonna go back to layout. So I was just in shading, go back to layout. And now it's time to pose her. Yep. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. It's time to pose her. So we're gonna go to kick pose. Hit I, location, rotation, and scale. Don't ask me what the hell that means. All I know is that's what you have to do to be able to pose your sim. Then you're gonna click that down, that little arrow. Click on that. Right click on the orange. Delete strips. That simple. File, append. I have plenty of poses. I make my own poses as well, so I don't really, I don't have issues finding poses. Okay. I'm just gonna choose one of my poses. Don't really think it matters which one. But, I am very picky with mine. Let's see. Sometimes you're gonna have to go through and like pick different poses and try them on just to make sure they look good, but this is low-key the fun part, I feel like. Let's see. Okay. My bad. Y'all probably didn't see anything that just. Okay, so poses. Click on the pose you want. You're gonna go to action. Click it, append. There should only be one like little thing you could choose in action. Then you're gonna click add action strip. They're both the same thing, so it don't matter which one you pick. And then once you're done, just press X just in case you have to go in and find a whole nother pose. This one should be good. I'm gonna go back and change it so that it's a pose where she's standing. Okay. one. Okay, it's gonna take a bit, so just bear with me. Bear with me while I try to find. Okay, the same thing you did. And usually we'll have like an action strip. Like, see, this says set 2. The other one says set 1, so you'll be able to distinguish them. Alrighty. This is literally like one of the first pencils I ever made. Oh. Yeah. Not this one either. Okay. So I'm gonna go back and we gonna find one. We gonna find a good pose. Okay. It's very, very hard, but sorry. 634. I can't tell. Okay. So I'm assuming click the wrong one. Okay. This is a better one. It's pretty hard, but I don't know. That could be cool, but I'm gonna go back and just try again. That's what I am gonna do. Sorry, ignore that. Okay, delete it again. Append. Let's see. Okay. Right. Yep. Show 'em what you're working with. Okay, my bad. No, because yeah, she looks good as hell. Okay, so I'm gonna do is I'm gonna append one of my phone case, my favorite phone case in the whole wide world. I literally love it. I love it so much. Like, I made this one, the Levi one, and all of a sudden, like, I just can't stop using it. It's like heaven, seriously. You know, object, click the phone, and I'm just gonna move it. So, like, the phone actually looks good in her hand. You gotta look at it from all angles as well, you know? You most definitely have to look at it with all angles. Because you just want to make sure that it looks good, you know what I'm saying? Like, it looks like the phone is actually in her hand type shit. So, that's what I'm doing. That's all I'm working on right now. Making sure that it looks good. And it looks really good. So, yeah. Just want to make sure that it's, you know, good and shit. Okay, cool. So it looks good. And yeah, I don't really worry about her toes because you can't see them. But if I did, I would definitely add my own nails to that. So yeah. There's that. And I'm also going to append the body chains. Yep. Let's go with gold. Let's go with gold. And this I actually made myself. Like most of these, I make damn near everything. So yeah, I've been getting a lot more into jewelry. Just gonna tab torso. I'm just showing y'all just my process. This is my process while trying to teach y'all how to render as well. So I'm gonna have to move it around and mess with it, make sure it fits her. You know what I'm saying? Cause the way the pose is, her body is like, you know, to a certain point, slanted, low-key, twisted around is what I should say. So you want to make sure, like, you know, everything looks cute, everything looks good, and it looks fine to me. And that's what it looks like. That's what it looks like on her body. It looks so good. It looks so good. Let's see. Make sure, like, not eating her body up, but that shit still looks good. Alright. And if I want, sometimes I triple that shit. Like, I'll take this and I'll duplicate it so it looks like she has more than one chain on, if that makes sense, like this. See, so like a double chain and whatnot. But yeah, this is it. And okay, after that, I usually just pick a blender scene. It's never really been that deep, but you know, I'm going to let's see. Let me actually save this. Let's save this. Let's see. Everyday look. Just save it as something, and yeah. Just leave this like that. Just want to get like a quick flick, you know. And then I'm gonna go to the cube. I'm just gonna change the color to whatever it is that I want to change the color to. Okay. Make it like pink or whatever. Play with this if you want. Could do whatever the hell you want. This is your blender scene, your blender. Okay. The box a little. And now I'm going to. There's already a camera, but I always delete that one. Shift A. Camera right here. So I go to 1, and that's how you could see, like, you could see it better. Okay, so it's really up to you on what angle you want. Me, I usually go around and play in it, so I double click R to rotate it around, S to make it smaller and bigger, RY, yeah, RX up and down, and yeah, then I right click, set active camera, and from there you could see how your picture is gonna come out. And if you right click it again and hit adjust focal length, you can go back and forth, like if you want like a really good close-up. you can definitely do that. If you want to go further, you can also do that as well. You know? Just gonna see me. Okay. If you want to add more lighting, you can. It's really all up to you, but like I said, preference. And that's that. Most of the time, I have glass in like a blender scene or any of that nature, so I usually render in cycles regardless. I feel like it makes her pop so much better. I'm gonna go to cycles. I don't do 4096. I really don't. I say like 400. Sometimes I push it to 400, 500. I'm gonna do 400 since that hasn't been that bad. Motion blur. I don't really know if this changed anything because I haven't like messed with it, but you don't have to keep that on if you don't want. Definitely the noise. I don't know. Like I said, it's really a preference thing. I'm gonna leave it without the noise, and then I go to render and render image. I'm just gonna sit here and wait patiently for the image to load. And literally, that is how you fully render a sim. It's also how you append a hand prop or a prop in general for your sim to hold, like a phone, whatever. For a tongue, it will be the same thing as well. I hope that you guys learned a lot. I hope that you learned a lot from this. Oh my gosh, she's absolutely gorgeous. I do hope that you guys learned a lot and I was able to help you even more from the last tutorial, because I definitely did include half the shit that I learned before that I learned now into it. So I do really hope that this video helps you guys a lot. And I cannot wait to see you guys render your sims.
Fuck you looking at me, I can make sense that you want me. When you gonna give it?